Hello! Devil here. Just as once. Continuing on. Get the idea. If you just notice my book, you can see my weird ass bookmark that I made. Just because I lost mine. And you can see how little there is in this book left. It's a very short read. That's why I want to read it out loud. Anyway, that's all I give my impressions of it. So, the dining room was larger than the one at Freddy's. Though there were fewer tables, the floor was bottom white tile, except for large patches where tiles were missing, leaving plots of black packed dirt. It was oddly inconsistent with everything else, which looked finished and brand new, if dusty. As she turned to the opposite wall, she saw that she was being washed. Large facet eyes stared back from the dark, glaring down at Charlie, seeming to identify her as a intruder. Fur and face and eyes stood persistent like a small army halfway up the wall. For a long moment she stood still, bracing herself, but the animatronics didn't move. Charlie took a stone step to one side, then the other. The eyes did not attract her. The creatures looked forward, unseeing, at the fixed point. Some of the creatures were animals, and some seemed to be treated like clowns. Others appeared distinctly human. Charlie moved and saw what they were passed up. Along the wall, arcade games and cardboard statues were lined up, each with its guardian beast or giant face mounted on top. The mouths were wide open, as if they were all laughing and cheering some interdimensional spectacle. As Charlie peered through the darkness, she saw what the animals were unnaturally posed, their bodies twisted in ways no animal would be able to twist. She scanned the wide mouth faces again and shivered. With their bodies so tortuously bent, they looked like they were screaming in pain. Charlie took a deep breath. I said, deep breath. I do that sometimes. As she calmed herself, she realized that there was music playing with the speakers overhead. It was quiet, familiar, but she couldn't name it. It might be the Toyota March, you know, ba 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 ba. Oh no. Ba 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 ba. But she couldn't name it. Oh. She approached the nearest of the game, a massive horse, the bird-like creature with a wide curved beak, with a large cavity with a fake paw. Rows of ducks sat in paper water, waiting for rubber balls to knock them down. Charlie looked up again at the creature perched on top of the game. Its wings stretched wide, and its head was thrown upward in the midst of a loud red dance. It cast a shadow over the game, right where the prey would stand. Charlie turned, not stepping any closer. Besides the duck pond, there were 3 arcade console steps lined up next to one another. Their screens dusty. Three large chimpanzees squatted atop them, the tips of their toes grasping the edges above the screen. Their arms were waved, frozen in motion, and the teeth were birds of waves off the air. Charlie stared for a moment at the teeth. They were long and yellow. Something about the arcade games nagged at her. She looked them up and down carefully, but nothing tripped her memory. None were turned on, and none of them were games she ever seen before. She wiped the dust from the screen on the central console, seeing a glassy back screen. Her face, distorted with curved glass, showing only a little bruising and few visual colors. Charlie self-consciously moved her hair. Wait. A very fast pieces, ghostly image had been burnt into the arcade screen after years of play. But it was experimenting. They were still shining and untouched. What? That's why it feels so empty, she said to the tip of her breath. No one's ever been here, have they? The great egg didn't respond. Charlie gazed around. There was a doorway to her left. The brush of glow of unseen black light emanating from the room beyond. Charlie went towards the light, through the door, and into another room of games and attractions. Here too they were all guarded by masters, some more identifiable than others. Charlie staggered for a moment and put a hand on her foot. Strange, she whispered, beginning a path. She looked back at the way she had come. The line was being dizzy, she thought. Hello? Please don't say who that. Please don't say that's who I think it is. Someone called faintly in the distance. Charlie whirled around as if someone shouted in her ear. She held her breath, waiting it to come again. The voice had a high and scary. Child, the soul of your life. They shook her as if waking her from a dream. Hello! She called back. Hello, are you alright? I won't hurt you. She glanced around the room. Rushing water was louder here, making it hard to judge where the voice had come from. She moved quickly through the room, ignoring the wide-eyed creatures and the strange aghast gaze. A simple skirted chair in the corner caught her attention, and she went to it swiftly. Charlie crouched down, careful to keep her balance, and lifted the cloth. Eyes stared back at her, and she startled, then steadied herself. It's okay, she whispered, raising the cloth over the table. Eyes favored the western light. There was no one there after all. Charlie put her hand on her forehead and pressed hard upon her, trying to ward off the growing pain in her temples. She went through another door, now unsure which way she come from, and discovered the source of the running water. Springing from the center of the wall to the left was a waterfall. Cascaded down over a rock face, protruding several feet out, and joined with a river bed below. So washed from the wide pipe, only partially concealed by the rock. The stream was maybe 3 feet wide, across the room, splitting the floor in two, and disappeared in the open mouth of the cave. Charlie watched it for a moment, mesmerized by the water. As I noticed, he noticed a narrow gap in the rock behind the waterfall, just big enough for a person to walk through. Hello! Charlie called again, but only half-heartedly. Here, the white noise of the water was louder than anywhere else. She realized after a second that it was recording, overpounding the water. She varied the rest of the room, except for the waterfall and the little. It was empty, but she noticed the floor had a grey border. Now it's a path. It was narrower than a sidewalk, paved with this grey cobblestone. It ran along the curved wall, chasing the way to the waterfall, and led through the passages under the fall itself. Charlie crouched down to touch the stone. They felt like hard passages, giving a rush finish. The path was murky there for a time. Place would be filled with other attractions. He could probably just walk straight across the room. Probably. Charlie stepped onto the cobblestones carefully, expecting them to give way under her weight. But they held. Man, the rock was sharp. It hurt a little to walk on. Charlie dutifully followed the walkway, keeping close to the wall. She had a vague sense that stepping onto the upper floor might be dangerous. When she reached the waterfall, she went to the gap. She touched the rock surface. It was the same patches as the cobblestone. Like the path, it was hard patches solid. But because it looked like rock, it felt invincible. When she touched it, Charlie took her hands away from it and wiped them on her chin. She stepped carefully sideways, squeezing through the hole behind the waterfall. The cavern was only a few feet long, but she stopped for a moment at the center. She felt trapped in the darkness, though she could see light on each side. Trapped. The chest tightened. She screwed her eyes shut. Calm down. Focus on what's around you, she thought. Charlie took a long, steady breath and listened. Standing beneath the waterfall, the tape recorder was muffled. She thought she could hear the water itself rushing overhead and spilling down in front of her, though she couldn't see it. There was something else as well, quiet but distinct. From above her, or maybe behind, Charlie could hear the king of gears, and the machine was turning the water, keeping it flow in a giant cycle, making the whole thing work. The sound of the machine at work calmed her. The washing panic subsided it. She opened her eyes. She took another sideways step, moving closer to the right, to toe on something hard. A shock of pain jolted her. The object tripped over and making a shushing sound as it fell. Grinding her teeth, she waited a moment for her toe to start hurting, then removed herself into a crowd. It was a cue path for the waterfall, she realized. As the machine ground overhead, there were several more, all neat figurines along the wall, but this one had been in the middle of the path. If she had been going faster, she would have fallen over. Charlie sat buried beside the others and stepped quickly into the overhauled room. Hello? The voice again, this time around her. Charlie stood up, immediately on the left, and a console ahead. She didn't respond this time, but moved carefully towards it, staying in the path and keeping close to the wall. The hallway opened out into another room. The lights were dimmer here. In the corner opposite Charlie was a small carousel, but there seemed to be little else. Charlie scanned the room, and then her breath caught. Charlie was there, motionless, almost hidden in the shadow of the room. Charlie approached slowly. apprehensive of what she might find. She brings a chocolate. The dizziness with the room seemed to spin around her. How are you? Are you alright? You was relaxed, but kept silent. She stepped closer. The figure came closer. It was just another animatronic, or past an old door. He looked like a little boy selling through the room. Balloon boy! I hate Balloon Boy. It came a one joke with me. Hello. Yeah, that's still He was past 40 tall, with a round head and a round body. His arms, as long as stout red. He wore a red and blue striped shirt and a matching patella thingy on his head. It was made out of plastic, but his shiny face had something old-fashioned about it. It features a mimic fairy tale doll, tall from wood. His nose was a triangle, and his cheek was made rosy with two raised circles of dusting pink. His blue eyes were enormous, wide and staring. His mouth was open and a grin that stared all even white teeth. His hands were fingerless balls, each gripping an object. In one he held a red and yellow blue side of a stick. In the other he raised a wooden stack raining balloons. Hello. He was nothing but the creature's Charlie's father had made. Nothing in around Charlie's death kidnapped her. So are you saying William Afton made the toy animatronics as well? Including Balloon Boy? Huh, must be why I hated so much. They were horrible, but she recognized them as twisted copies of her father's work. The boy was something new. She circled around him, attempted to poke a ball, but she held back. Don't try anything. You're not some bad child, Marvel. Of course not to take your eyes off her. He just kept grinning, wide-eyed into the darkness. Turning her attention to the rest of the room, Charlie looked thoughtfully at the counter, being beside the door. She was far away to make out the animal. Hello, said the voice right behind her. She spun back, just in time to see the boy turn towards her with a single step. Charlie screamed and ran back the way she came from, but Lee's feet began to stir. Jolted, as if something were bumping upward. Scrambled backward as the dirt rose again. Something broke the surface. 15 to 36. Okay. Charlie ran for the carousel, the only cover in the room. She ducked behind it, down on her stomach. Body would be hidden behind its face. Stared down the ground and listened to the muscle scratching and beating sound as some creature crying or screaming. The spinning sensation took hold again. The black and white chimes beneath her. The torso, the big over calls out, but her head leaden. The weight of her head it held her down, stretching her to pin her back to the ground. Something wrong with the room. Charlie gripped her teeth and yanked her head up. She scrambled to her feet, stumbling herself against the carousel, and went back the way she came, not looking back. The gains and her horseback line dizzying as well, and it brought out in all directions. Everything seemed farther apart than before. The walls miles away. Her mind was numb. She fumbled to remember where she was, unable to tell which way was which. She stumbled forward, and another one on earth rose ahead of her, something glimmered. Her eyes lit on the silhouette of the arcade machine, the reflected surfaces acting as beacons in the dark. She staggered towards them, her head swaying, so heavy she could hardly stay upright. The walls were crawling with activity. Small things skittered disjointly all over the scene, but she couldn't see what they were. They were making under the paint. The surface under it stood chaotic. There was a strange ringing in the air. And though she only now was this, she realized it's been sounding all along. She stopped in the trap and looked desperately from the source. Wesley was clouding the force of snow. He could barely make the things she saw. A tangle, she thought fuzzily. There go no beer? She looked from one indistinct state to another, wondering what they would cause. The effort distracted her from staying on her feet, and she fell to the ground again with a harsh thud. Charlie was sitting upright, but her head dragged her, rushing toward her. Hello? A voice called again. She pulled out of her head, forcing her back of the stone children standing around her, all with pink and pulled bodies on both sides of her face. Emily? She moved towards them instinctively. They were blurred, as she couldn't see their features. She blinked, but vision to the clear. Don't touch the sun. Fingers swallowed. Stay back! Charlie screamed at them. She forced herself on to her feet and stunned towards the shadows by the arcade channel. At least she might be hidden from what other things lurked in the room. The children went with her, rushing in the cold around her, sweeping in and out of view. They seemed more to float than walk. Charlie kept her eyes on the children was distracted, but she knew there was something worse nearby. She could hear the making in grind of metal, the tracks twisting, a massive noise she recognized. Sharp feet scraped against the floor, digging grooves into the tile. She crouched low, seeing her eyes on the nearest open door that was struck with the certainty that this was the way she had come. She crawled desperately toward it, moving as fast as she could without hardly standing. Finally, she crashed under her weight and raced back again in the tunnel. I have to get up now! Charlie let her scream, ah! And scrambled to her feet. She ran headlong into the next room, barely keeping her balance, and skidded to a halt to stop. Like, halt, stop means the same thing to me. The room was full of dining tables, a carnival game. It was where she started, but something had changed. All the eyes were tracking her. The creatures moving, the skin stretching organically, the mouth napping. Charlie ran from the dining table in the center of the room, the largest one on the tablecloth. The floor. Size. She stood to the ground and crawled under, carrying herself into a ball and pulling her legs tight. Noticed there was only silence, and then the voice began again. Hello? The voice called for someone that the tablecloth rustled. Charlie held her breath. She looked at the thin gap between the tablecloth and the floor, but she could only see shivers of the black and white tile. Something shot by, too fast to see. and she gasped and drew back, getting the sun. The cough was again, being gently illness. Someone was sign of potting, being as if she had found right. The cough moved again, and this time a shrill call appeared and vanished in the gap. The children, they had found her. The tablecloth shrunk again, but now it was moving on all sides. I jumping up and down as children brushed against it. The strange, colorful tree of the movie it vanished all around the edges of our hiding place. It felt like a dog shrunk again, but now it's moving on the other side. Just up, down, still the bus again. Still moving, appear vanished all around the edges of our hiding place. Drawing out like a wall of moving paper dolls. Hello? 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 Ward spoke out spoke as time now. But all of course, the voice of black until the world became a meaningless layer of sound barriers to both two children itself. She turned her face aside. One of the children stared back. It was under the clock, gazing at her with a fixed grin and motionless eyes. Charlie jumped up, banged her head on the tablecloth. Looked around wildly. She was surrounded. A dying, berry face was staring at her from every side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. She standing on awkward the knees to the stiff making little jumps as if they were about to spring. She turned again, and next one meets her, covered by big of blue and yellow. Charlie froze. What do I do? She grabbed at her stronger brain, trying desperately to revive it. But whooshed at her, all pale and her brain low. One! Yeah, one! Also, this made me thirsty. I had it thirsty. I'm gonna stop there. See you guys next. Oh boy. Bloom boy!